Alright, today I'm going to show you how to do an assembly quickly. We went over this in class, but in case anybody missed it or needs a refresher, I'm going to show you how to do that. So remember that when we put our dragster together, it needs to be in an assembly, so we need to open up a standard IAM. You're then going to have to pull in your dragster base, and we'll start with just the axles. Okay, so go to place, find the folder that you've saved everything in. Mine actually opened up right to one of the folders, which is fine, but look for your folder, your dragster folder. So I'm going to bring in the dragster blank first. Left click to put that in place, right click, OK. And then I'm going to bring in two axles. Left click, right click, OK. Now remember, we need to constrain these. So you're going to go to constrain, and we're going to choose the insert constraint. You want to click on the axle first, make sure the arrow is going in one direction and the whole arrow is going in the opposite direction. So left click on both of those. They're constrained, but remember we need to change that offset. And we had established in class that that offset would be a -1. And that puts it in place there. I'm going to do the same thing with the other axle. Change my offset to a -1 and apply that. Okay, so now I have my axles in place. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my I'll bring in my front wheels. Need two of those, so left click, right click, OK. Remember, if this is going too fast, pause it, rewind it as needed. Go to constrain, insert again. I'm going to click on the axle, and remember I need to make sure that I click on the opposite part of the wheel, or so that it's going in the opposite direction. Remember, I don't want to see any axle, so I'm going to change my offset to a -0.25 and apply that. Do an insert of the axle on the other side to that wheel and change that to a -0.25 and apply that. Now that I've got my front wheels on, I'm going to bring in the back wheels. So constrain of an insert. Change my offset to a -0.25. Again, -0.25. And now, cancel that, and here is my assembly. So remember to save as, and then save that back in the folder, the same folder where you got all of these parts from. Okay, so that is the assembly.